The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of rmconair.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Everybody, this is One Mic, One Voice. I'm your host, Chantel Nanette. We're back.
We are back. And I'm your other host, Kevin John.
And I'm Reezy. I can't fit these headphones over this.
And I'm the poet, Brooke Jean. It's because you have the
Can you pull them?
The beautiful hair.
Yeah, you have that Nubian, Nigerian rap going on up there.
Exactly how I want it.
There you go. Hold it like a rapper.
Okay, I'm gonna DJ it.
There you go.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just
DJ
take my
Reezy.
hat off. This is not working.
DJ Reezy. Can you scratch it? They not the little thing doesn't go down. Anyway, you guys, we have a fabulous show for you guys today. We have Byron Booker coming in with us today. He's with RAG, the Recording Artists Guild. Very informative information. Actually, it's a guild that you may want to get signed up with. So we'll have him coming up a little later in the show.
Nice.
So what did you guys do over the weekend?
Let's start with you, Chantel. What did you do over the weekend?
Wow, we just gonna put it right back on you.
What did I do? Actually, I went. I hung out with some friends and.
What kind of friends?
Just friends. Yeah.
Just friends.
No. Yeah.
I'm not trying to
pressure you. Boom 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 boom
really gotta be my girlfriend.
Oh, y'all, we got it rolling over here. Okay.
So just friends?
Damn.
Well, that's basically it. Just.
Were they male or female friends?
Kevin, you are always in the business.
Yeah. I mean, this is for the viewers. This is for the viewers. They want to know.
Actually, the viewers don't care. What you do this week?
Yeah.
But we looked at the Oscars. Come on now, we looked at the Oscars.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. But what'd you do for this weekend though?
Cap,
You DJ'd. I saw you spinning in Bel Air, actually.
Yeah, yes.
Wiki,
I was like
wiki.
the Fresh Prince up there. Yeah, really. Clearly, because I was the only black guy at the party too, so it was like a real Fresh Prince reference. But yeah, it was a 13th birthday party.
Oh.
The 13th birthday party.
Bar mitzvah?
So, but it wasn't a bar mitzvah. They weren't Jewish.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a regular 13th birthday. I mean, I know you think Bel Air, rich white people, Jewish, kind of all is synonymous, but they were Southern Baptist. So,
Black folks?
no, they were white.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what kind
How
of
was
party
it
did she
exactly?
have? Was it extravagant? Well, I guess if they hired you,
Yeah, I'm about
it
to
had be a
say,
little
if I'm in the
extravagant,
building, it was a real deal. I mean, pretty much. I mean, it goes Big Boy, DJ Kid Capri, Kevin John, and then Dead Mouse, DJ Khaled, and
And the rest of the local.
and then DJ Polly C or whatever. But
DJ
Polly
SS1 over there.
That's when DJ.
That's
from
on New York.
Netflix.
Yeah.
by the way, I'm not taking a stab at any of the DJs out there. I got nothing but respect for
He
you.
wants to go to war with the New York DJs. That looks like a battle.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Yeah, so anyways, so I was DJing, and it was pretty dope. I mean, it was a $9 million house.
Wow.
And, I mean, just to get up there, it was like this long, windy road. It took like 20 minutes just to get from the road to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And there was a gate, yeah. And then you get to the house, and it's not just, a normal house, because that's just not how rich people do in Bel Air.
Not 9 mil.
Yeah, I thought I pulled up to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. I am not
Gates,
lying.
right? The big gates of
the
heaven.
big gates. The door was like 10 feet by like 15.
Was Jeffrey there?
Jeffrey was not, but Jesus and Guadalupe were there. So they.
So what kind of party did it? I mean, was it like a theme for the party, or what was it like?
No, it wasn't necessarily a theme. It was it was funny because I kind of had to cater to both crowds. You know, there was a lot of adults there, like her parents invited all her friends. Mm-hmm. They wanted to go out and dance and, do their thing. And then the 13-year-old Ryan, he had all his boys there as well. And his friends. So it was like maybe 40 kids, 50 adults kind of thing. So I kind of had to play with both crowds and play music for...
What kind of music did you play?
Oh, I did everything.
You played hip-hop and Taylor Swift.
Well,
Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, gotta have the Bieber.
Absolutely, because Taylor Swift and hip-hop just go right together,
She's like pop now.
I wouldn't be surprised if Taylor Swift started rhyming on a track, like just went all Nicki Minaj on him real quick,
Just for one good time.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Nicki Minaj went all Taylor Swift on them.
I feel like that's
she is.
Right?
Yeah.
She is now.
That's where she's at.
I thought I seen something with Taylor Swift on in the studio with Pharrell.
Taylor Swift, she made...
Probably.
Yeah.
Pharrell does everything.
I didn't know Pharrell was still making
Pharrell
beats. I haven't heard from him.
Pharrell
doing
has his own
it.
label with his own artists, and most of them are West Coast artists from LA.
You talking about Star Trek?
No, it's called I Am Other.
I Am Other.
Oh, I Am Other. Okay, because I know he had Snoop Dogg on his Star Trek.
He has
and then
Awkward Black Girl too. That
she's
Is
signed to him?
Yeah, she's signed to him.
Is she an artist?
No, he does.
he picked up her show.
Yeah, he picks up shows. He picks up other type of
I heard
artists.
she just got picked up by Shonda Rhimes or whoever the
that
woman
is cool.
Grey's Anatomy?
Right, the
that's
Scandal
nice.
woman.
Yeah, the
They're
writer.
working
Yeah.
She has an
they're
actual
working on a
network.
show.
Nice.
Cool.
By the way, can you explain to me who this awkward black woman is? I may be out of the loop on this.
Issa
name
Renee.
Issa?
Issa Renee.
Issa Renee?
Issa Rae. I-S.
I don't know.
Issa Rae, and she's a actress or a rapper? What is she?
She was
She's a
actually a
writer.
YouTube person. She was on YouTube and she was doing
She
these
started a
stuff.
series on YouTube.
on
It was
YouTube.
called,
Oh, cool.
Popular.
Yeah.
called The Diary of an Awkward Black Girl or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And Pharrell noticed her and picked her up and started
need to
doing
start
her
putting
little
up some
webisodes.
shorts.
So these YouTube...
Well, you guys need to check out Reezy though. Reezy have over 600,000 views on her YouTube, which is Miss Reezy on
Three
YouTube,
E's.
and she has what
Wow.
6,000 subscribers.
6,000 something, girl.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
how.
Very
That's
nice.
I haven't put a video up in like a month, so
So how did you get all these views and subscribers? What was the...
I started it as. Hold on, let me cross my legs. It's funny you ask me that.
Gotta sit all intellect
Right.
now.
Because I started it as like a natural hair thing channel, and
Okay.
I'd be talking and people would be like, "Oh my god, you're so funny," and I'd be like, "But I'm not." We're talking about these Bantu knots, and then it got to the point that people were like, "What did you do today? And who did you hang out with?" And it was like, "Y'all are so nosy. I'm just gonna stop doing my hair completely and let it all fall out." And people just keep watching my foolishness. So
Well, apparently your foolishness is pretty entertaining.
hey.
Well, that's what I did when I saw her work. I went and I looked. I was just looking. I'm like, okay. I looked at the first one. I was like, okay. Let me look at the second one. And
But I'm
I
not
was
talking
just
about
hooked.
anything.
Just
in any of the
regular
videos.
stuff.
So
Just
what,
personality.
Being yourself, though, you have
what
the
is one
personality
video
to
like,
say.
one episode? What is it like?
It's like
what do
it's
you
a
cover?
conversation with my camera.
Yeah.
I legit be
Basically.
like, yo, today I went out and I got hit by a car and my shoes flew off and this little boy was digging in my purse, and then that's it. Boom, that's the whole video. I'll go a little bit more into detail.
So it's kind of
than
like
that.
narrative on your life.
But that's how I'm starting
In a comedic
to write.
way.
Right. That's how I'm
Yes.
starting to write a lot of my jokes for the stage, because I can't sit and actually try to write and be funny. When I try to do
You're
a
just
video,
naturally funny.
she's
so-
natural,
Yeah.
when
natural
I try to do a
character.
video,
Yeah,
I'll say something and I'm like, oh, I gotta write that down. That's
Yeah.
how I write.
she needs to be on. Like we were talking about last time. You need to be on Saturday Night Live. huh?
Yeah, SNL. You
Yes,
can do
you'll be
characters.
perfect for it.
Kenan Thompson is still on that. We Googled him last night, my roommate and I. Apparently he's been on SNL for 10 years.
Wow.
And he's like
Yeah, he
one of the
came from
least-
all that to that.
He's one of the least funny people on SNL apparently.
Well, you know what he's good at? He's good at doing characters. And sometimes if some people aren't necessarily funny, they can portray people in a very good
But
way.
is he really good at doing characters? I feel like everything he plays is exactly the same. His Star Jones is his Al Reynolds, is his Al Sharpton.
His Don
is
King was pretty good.
is his Don
I
King.
haven't watched him recently, but
Me neither. Apparently, Kenan and Kel both auditioned for SNL, and Kel didn't make the cut.
really.
Yeah.
Where
And
is-
Kel, he was pretty funny. I thought he was the
Kel
funnier
better.
one of
Yeah,
Keenan
exactly,
Kel.
exactly.
I thought he was a welcome to Good Burger. I'm in a Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Who likes orange soda? Kel likes orange soda.
Yeah. So speaking of characters, are there any characters you do, Reezy?
No, I don't do voices. I don't do impressions. I do a really good like white girl voice.
Sure, let's hear it.
Oh my God! Like, what are you talking about? This is so cray.
Cray.
She's just laughing at herself for that one.
She said cray.
Oh my God! That's the one.
It's like a valley girl right there. Like,
God.
And you went to, you're just coming back home from New York, actually. How was that trip?
yeah.
It was good. It was cold as balls. I got to New York and like I wore like the big coat. I had like my biggest sweater on, and I was hot. I was really hot. And then I got outside, and there was still snow on the ground. They just had like a blizzard 2 weeks ago or something. Yeah. So that was nice.
So what brought you out to New York?
Who brought me out to New York?
It's a better question.
Is the better question.
Oh,
because
perfect. Well,
I wouldn't have
answer.
been able to afford that plane ticket otherwise. Actually, I didn't pay for it at all.
Oh, wow.
So it was
You pimping.
Ow.
Nice. Hey.
hashtag Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Yeah. To the Harlem
Yeah, I
Shake.
heard he's been dipping in chocolate recently, too. So
Right. Donald Trump can't stand us. Please.
He can't.
It was good, though. I got in on Valentine's Day.
What did you do for Valentine's Day?
He had this whole fiasco of like pretending he didn't know where he was going, which I thought he didn't know. And we're all of a sudden we're on the bridge to go into Manhattan, and he was like, "What is this? What are we doing? Where are we going?" I was like, "Looks like we're going to the city."
He's ready for the big moment. Hold your breath.
Hold on, let me see your
went-
finger. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh, he was looking for an engagement.
I mean, you
ring.
said the bridge. What are we doing? It was setting it up like,
Big
but
moments.
that didn't even.
Okay.
I was like,
That's
oh.
the following trip to New York. But go ahead.
We caught a show on Broadway. We had dinner.
Very
We
nice.
didn't really.
What show did you?
We saw Annie.
Oh,
I want to see a Broadway show. I have not
Speaking
seen
of Annie,
Willow Smith is supposed to.
No,
be.
no, she
Oh,
dropped
she
out.
dropped. Yeah.
the
Chick from
Southern
Beast.
Wild
Yeah,
girl.
yeah. She stepped in
She's
now,
playing Annie now.
which is interesting because Willow was already in, and I heard working with Jay-Z on some of the because he's doing.
Why did she
Jay-Z
drop
and
out
Beyonce are
anyway? Does anyone
producers.
know why she dropped out?
They said that she was too old or something like that.
She's like 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Annie is
Me.
supposed to be like 9.
Little orphan Annie.
7,
Yeah.
8, 9, yeah. So, Brooke,
She's
what did you do
growing.
this weekend?
What did I do this weekend?
I know you got a new car.
I do have a new car. I am back on the road.
Wow.
Are we going to
What
tell
car
the
did you
story?
get?
Oh,
I wanna
have a
hear
Toyota
this
Corolla,
story, huh?
2011.
What?
Yes, I love it. It rides like pillows. But
Do
the
pillows
story-
ride?
Pillows.
You know, if you
Pillows
could
ride?
put wheels on pillows, that's what it feels like.
Oh.
A smooth ride. But I took my car. I got it from a used car lot, Hawthorne Motors, and then
Shout out.
You
Yeah.
see that plug?
Right. Shout out.
People that sponsorship.
Right.
But,
Hawthorne
You hear that,
Motors.
Cameron? All right.
But I got it from a used car dealership, which was good. It was a previous car rental. Took it to Toyota to get it checked out, make sure everything's okay.
Right.
I get my car back. We hop in the car to go eat, not doing a full look around. My hubcap is missing.
Oh.
Ooh.
You only need 3 of those.
Right? Like, you don't need that. Let's just take that off. We had a whole fiasco with that with the Toyota dealership.
So you didn't notice the hubcap, or
No,
or
was
it
on the
fell
pass-
off.
It was on the passenger side. And it wasn't, like I said, I didn't do a walk around the car. And we didn't notice. We just got in the car, went on to the next destination, went home. But when I got out to leave, I had a studio session to go to. And come back, I'm like,
So
oh,
what
wow.
happened to the hubcap?
They don't know. They claim that I brought it to them like that.
Oh.
But yeah, that was my weekend from there. And then
Yeah, actually, we have a caller that just called in.
Oh.
Caller on
He
the
found the
line.
hubcap.
Carla, Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
hello, Carla.
Caller 1 2.
3, 4.
I got my headphones on for you, call.
There she go.
Aww. Call us back.
So,
I think Reezy intimidated with the voice.
uh-oh.
Oh, oh,
Back, Carla.
Call back, caller.
Yeah, Brooke.
So,
Holding
finish
her
your story.
hubcap Hostage. Hostage?
Oh, but yes, I got the hubcap back. Went back. We had to go through that whole fiasco, and I got to continue on to my journey. And I got to work with one of my good friends who was actually Grammy nominated for Anthony Hamilton's album.
Oh. Which album?
Jerry's. Well,
The latest one. He was nominated for Best R&B with Robert Glasper.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
under the category Robert Glasper, Tyrese, and
Nice.
I don't know who else made that category.
Best R&B.
Yes.
Was it Miguel and Frank Ocean in that as well?
I think Frank Ocean's in a different category.
Yeah.
Didn't they put him in pop?
Wasn't he best new something?
Probably.
Best new artist because it was his first album, right? The
He
ones
won
were
something.
nominated.
It may, yeah, but I remember he was in a category with Chris Brown as well, and Miguel. I don't know if it was, but anyways, go on. So Anthony Hamilton and this Tyrese and all this other guy was nominated for.
Well, no, he was Grammy nominated. Jarius Mose for Anthony Hamilton. He's worked with Jill Scott, all the people that I look up to in that
Nice.
sense, and he has that R&B neo soul sound. So that was a great session. I'm starting to get back into my music again.
And the track, the song is just so dope. Seriously.
Can you?
I'm very critical
Can you
on
tease
music.
us
It was
with it?
No, she can't. Okay.
That was the serious I've ever seen.
That's
Shot.
a manager comes
Management,
right there.
no.
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 But no, we definitely have some good
Oh,
tracks.
Kevin, I'll
Get
thank
some
you
work
later.
Working in
Thank
the
you,
future.
Reese. I can't wait.
But that was my weekend. Just I'm getting back into my music as well as continuing my writing and working on some background things.
Good.
But we had to go back up there and check the people about the hubcap. Dude denied.
Where did the hubcap finally turn up?
Oh, they ordered a new one because they were going to charge me $121 for a hubcap.
Ooh.
Yeah, but she called me.
That's
She
more
had
than a
dropped me
tire.
off at home and she left. She was on her way to the studio and she's like, Mom, my hubcap is missing. I'm like, what? Because I've had stuff stolen out of my cars at dealerships, seriously. So I immediately went into, let's go up there right now. Come home. So I called and I inquired about it and I'm like, da-da-da, and the dude was like, well, no, the girl told me everybody was in meetings. I said, well, the guy who handled her, is he there? He's in a meeting. Well, who's above him? They're in a meeting. I'm like, okay, really? I'm on my way up there. When we got up there and he still denied it. And I was like, are you serious? Really?
Yeah.
You
He
know?
didn't thoroughly look at my car. When he was typing in the information, he was like, okay, 2011 Camry, right? I'm like, no, it's a Corolla. Like, how do you're the car dealership and you don't even know what kind of car I'm bringing to you?
And you know what I
service?
said? I said, I am on a nationally syndicated radio show, and you don't want me to blast that on
He was
a
like, she must be
radio
on
show."
Howard Stern. Or Imus.
But then the manager, they did their due diligence. The
Yeah.
actual head people came out, and they
Came
were,
from
you
the
know, they said,
showrooms,
yeah.
gave us gas cards.
Is this
cash
show
cards.
nationally syndicated? Am I not getting a
You
check
can listen-
for this?
You are getting your
Oh, Reese, you haven't got your check yet? Wow, I'm
a
5 in.
nationally
Kevin Jones
web
has this shit.
syndicated web show, internet web show. But wow. So what's with the Oscars? What do you guys think about the Oscars?
Oh my God, did you see the girl that fell? Oh,
I saw it on
hilarious.
YouTube.
Oh, Jennifer
One
Lawrence?
from
First of
Hunger
all,
Games.
I like
Jennifer
her.
Lawrence. Yeah.
She's funny.
But the movie that she won for, I saw and I wasn't.
I didn't see
Nothing
that.
happened. Like
didn't
she
see
wasn't.
Well, honestly, I
was
think
very
Bradley
women-
Cooper played a better role in that movie
Was
than
he,
Jennifer
was
Lawrence.
He nominated?
Yeah, he was nominated for Best Male.
She wasn't. It was very one dimensional. She played one note. She was like angry, slutty, just angry, slutty. That was it.
I didn't see
But
that.
she was so dedicated to that angry sluttiness.
That was
Yeah,
on
but
mean,
so was
Silver Linings? She was a slut?
Quavenjane.
She was a slut in Silver Linings.
But then again, certain years, you have to realize certain years are kind of weak years where there's not really anybody that's nominated in the category that's a shoe-in. And I think this was just one of the years for females.
I didn't see the one that I didn't see all the movies that were nominated for Best Actress, but I did see the one with the 9-year-old girl, and I knew she wasn't gonna win because there was no way. They were like, she's
But
not.
actually,
nominated, Joe.
I think that's a good thing though that she wasn't nominated because that leaves her room to continue to grow and to win down the line.
She's already working on a movie with Brad Pitt.
That's good.
Yeah, she's a future.
Hey, that's amazing.
Speaking of which, I did like Seth MacFarlane. Speaking of it, I like his comment he made about that girl. He was like, yeah, you're only 9 years old, which means 17 years from now, you'll be too old for George Clooney to date. Because Seth, and that was another thing. Seth got a lot of mixed reviews, a lot of controversial reviews. I personally enjoyed him, and I think that, when the Academy went to get somebody like that, they knew what they were getting.
Well, they
you
did.
know,
They
you don't get someone like Seth MacFarlane and expect him to host like Billy Crystal. I mean, you know exactly what he's going to
Yeah,
do,
you know what you're
the
getting.
humor he goes. So, I think it was a win for him, but a lot of people think differently.
I didn't even like Billy Crystal's humor. I didn't like his. No, I like.
Well, Billy Crystal's
like,
just
like
safe. He's
Steve Martin. I like people that are characterly funny, like
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Has Jim Carrey hosted the Oscars?
no, I would love to see him do
That
it.
would be
That's the kind of
hilarious.
comedy
Let him do it.
and funny that I like though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Steve Martin, he's
play
funny.
musical.
Chris Tucker's like that.
Chris Rock hosted them.
Chris Rock hosted. So who's hosted them besides Chris Rock?
Whoopi Goldberg, she hosted
Whoopi
like 3
Goldberg.
times or multiple times,
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, nice.
And
better get ahead.
Ellen,
Nice.
James Franco, Anne Hathaway.
Oh yeah, that was that year where they were both.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that was one of the most poorly
it was so
received
awkward.
years. Yeah. Yeah.
What about Anne Hathaway winning for Les Mis?
I didn't see Les Mis.
I
didn't
saw
see
it.
that
She was
either.
in the movie for like 10 minutes. She was like
Really?
in and out. And I was
Well,
like,
that's probably why she won supporting then.
I was like, where?
Where'd you go?
I said, she's gone. She was gone. They like took her completely out. Like she was just gone.
Did she die at least in
died.
it? Oh, okay.
Wow.
I didn't want to ruin it for anybody, but Kevin asked. She was just gone.
Well, you know what? I
was
felt
a
the same way when Monique won for Precious because really Monique was just in there in a few scenes yelling at the girl.
Right, but the difference
But-
with that is Monique is, funny, loud, whatever. She was like angry and gross.
serious.
Well, it was a stretch for, or
It was
out of her.
It was a flip for her. Anne Hathaway has been playing confused and lonely since Princess Diaries, right?
Yeah.
She's been
I didn't see that.
awkward. Except
She caught me in Brokeback
Catwoman-
Mountain.
I like
Catwoman-
Princess Diaries. I like that. I do. I'm a big kid.
Catwoman, I think, is like the real stretch for Anne Hathaway to me because I was like, oh, she's playing sexy. I don't really see her.
Uh-huh.
Well, she's more of a character type actor. She's.
I liked The Devil Wears Prada.
Have any of you guys seen
I love the
Argo?
Devil's Part.
I saw that.
Oh, dope
I haven't seen
movie.
it.
They won.
I haven't seen it yet.
I wasn't
That movie
impressed
is
by, like, any-
good.
I gotta go
Really?
see it.
I haven't seen it
Uh-oh.
either. so-
Argo
Argo.
is a beast.
It looked like
oh
a
my
movie.
That really
goodness.
pissed me off is Ben Affleck was supposed to be playing the Mexican, and I was like, when did he become?
Yeah.
Little
Well, you know
hair.
he was dating Miss Lopez back in the day.
She's Italian now.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
She's not even.
so she
She
switches over.
she denounced her.
She's Jenny from Sicily or whatever.
No, Janet Jackson is married. Is he dude?
She married some billionaire.
To some like oil billionaire dude.
Yeah.
Go, Janet. Go.
And he's from a Middle Eastern country or
Well,
something,
no,
right?
that's the oil money.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
country.
But
Saudi Arabia.
Janet just escaped from the globe. Like I haven't heard anything about her in like
Well,
a
they got
year. She
apparently
just-
they got married last year. Like they've
Yeah.
been married.
and she's just been out of the limelight.
Well, she's not everybody's
I think she just wants peace at this
hungry.
point in her life. They've been scrutinized, that whole family. So I think
All
she
their
just wants to
lives.
live quietly and just go into the sunset and be happy.
Do you think her dad was at the wedding? Do you think Joe got an invite?
Oh, of course. Of course.
sure he got an invite.
Joe probably did business with the oil guy afterwards. Like
Exactly.
Now look,
Trying to get his cut.
if you want to cut me something, I'll make sure she sings on one of your track or he's always thinking
She'll open up for
business.
the grand opening of the new.
Of the new oil, she'll be the singer at the
I'm waiting for her to have a child.
She's like 46. Can they still have babies then?
Halle Berry had a baby at like
Halle Berry
43.
was like exactly 43 or 46.
She was in her
is a big
40s.
Difference. That's like 8,000 eggs gone. Like,
Oh my goodness.
Thanks for
get
the graphic
implanted.
display. All right.
But you know what?
for the viewers who care.
But they have the money. She can get her
Exactly.
little eggs that she does have left.
She can
Maybe
freeze
she
them.
have a
froze
surrogate.
some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or she can do the beyond.
She
Yeah.
froze some and she left them in JD's
She can
fridge.
do the wet Kevin.
Nothing. I stopped. I didn't want to go there.
Documentary release.
I didn't want to go
Oh
there.
my God, let's talk about the documentary. I didn't watch
Life
it.
is a dream.
I did
didn't
watch it.
but
Yeah.
the reviews were pretty bad.
The thing is that kind of, I guess, when I was going into the documentary before watching it, I had the impression she was going to be exposing a lot of her life.
why you said
No,
that.
It was
a
going to
lot
be
of
a
shows.
and it was really just like a concert with like 2 interviews of her on a couch.
I told you guys
And
she
just a
got
concert.
a serious marketing team. They're,
Not even
they're
that,
setting her up.
I think that she's afraid to let people in because she wants to look super perfect and super together and super just always on.
Exactly. She's perceived as the wholesome, perfect kind of
I don't know about wholesome.
star.
If you gyrating in leotards,
But still, I mean, she wears
Compared
provocative
to everyone
clothing,
else.
but she's not
Yes.
seen as like Rihanna, like a sex
But
or
then she
a Lady
did-
Gaga
she
or
did
a
pose
little.
with the bottom of the boobs out for that magazine.
Still, well,
She still doesn't even.
all
though she
I'm
does
saying
it,
is
she still doesn't get
Beyonce.
that provocative type.
Exactly. She still exemplifies class. People
I
think
don't
classy when they think
I don't
Beyonce.
think
Yeah,
underboob
she,
is-
You know.
she interviews very well. She,
No, she
yeah.
doesn't.
I think
I'm
she
in agreement
does.
with Wendy Williams that she sounds like a 5th grader.
I heard she's illiterate. Yeah, that's what somebody
She
said,
did.
that she's very illiterate and
She
she's
like-
not that smart. And
She'd be like, I know something. Like she starts out really like you know
She from
together,
Texas, girl.
and then she'll kind of let the
like once you go into it, yeah.
kind of. I love him.
I love Jay-Z.
I love him. My baby daddy.
Reezy, I have a question. With you being from New York, how do you feel about this Harlem Shake movement? With that,
God, it sucks.
What is this Harlem
I
Shake?
don't
You ever seen
that new
it?
song?
You
I
remember
heard it,
You
yeah.
remember the Harlem Shake from like back in the day?
I remember
right?
the Diddy Harlem
She
Shake.
dead.
You
That
know,
was it.
She
There you
dead.
go. That's it.
Bad boy.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
your shoes, right? That's your shoes.
That was that was 10 years ago or something like that. 12 years.
the original
Yeah.
Harlem
Something
Shake.
like that.
You gotta. I need him to watch this 30
Turn it.
seconds.
Wow, you had it ready.
Well, you can hear the background so everybody can know what the music is.
By the way, listeners, that's the Harlem Shake officially.
Here's the
Not
look
the
at
Harlem
it.
Shake. They should call it something else.
But celebrities are doing
So
that
it's everybody
video.
that's just tweak. Look like to me they're tweaking. Look like they're on
They're doing like
drugs.
some type
Looks
of
like
like a big rave party or something.
Yeah.
But you know
a
what? So
reaction
many
to something.
exactly. So many companies are taking off of this, like NASCAR, Pepsi. They've done a video like this. T-Pain has done a video like this. Some news. Channel 9 News did a video like that.
The USC
US Army.
athletic director just did a video with that with the team.
Yeah, the
it
US
kind of
swim
reminds me of
team.
the Gangnam Style. You know, it's like one of those dances and
kinda
everybody
sounds like
does
it.
it. You know,
And it's like an epidemic and just
Yeah.
swept the nation.
It's like in a zombie apocalypse or something. Everybody's just freaking out and foaming at the mouth.
yeah, they look like, exactly. It looked like they were having Caesar.
Cheezers.
Well, they
Excuse
put
me, I
a
had a
video.
Beyonce articulation moment there, but it looked like
It was a man on the streets
Hashtag
video.
Creole.
There was a man on the streets video actually from New York, and they were interviewing people from Harlem and asking them. They were not happy,
Oh no, we don't
They
like
were
that
not
at all. I
happy.
mean, I'm not from Harlem. I'm not gonna claim that.
but they ended up doing their own video, and it's nice. They were like, "This is the OG Harlem Shake," and it takes you back to back in the day
make this money.
with little
Make this
with a little
money.
flips.
Take this money.
Money.
Make
Yeah.
little
I see. I like that Harlem Shake. That was dope. That was actually,
one
you
people
know,
used to
you actually had to have a little bit of
shoulder
skill, you know.
But this is just like just shake
Zombie, yeah.
and whiplash, and then that's how you know you're doing it right. That's terrible. Speaking of terrible, Kanye West.
Kanye
We talked about
West.
his terrible little weekend.
Well, first of all, he blasted his partner in crime, Jay-Z, for doing a track with Justin Timberlake, Suit and Tie, and he was like, that was some whack-ish, and
Was
what
it
he was
really a
talking about.
blast? Like he said
I'm not feeling it or something.
something like that. Like I Jay-Z's my homie, but I'm not effing with Suit and Tie or something like that.
He
Yeah.
did that on stage.
He said
On
that on
stage, yeah.
stage.
At one
And then
of
he
the shows.
also said he
That's
kind of
not
took a
cool.
blast at Beyonce, kind of, because he was like, "Oh, this is an endorsement, and you're giving me money, so I'm going to do now whatever you want." Something along those lines,
Ooh.
because she just signed an endorsement deal with Pepsi, so people were like, "Oh, he's coming at her for that." But I was like, I don't
There's just so much hating out there. It's ridiculous.
and then
But I mean, Kanye shouldn't be the one hating because he's right up there with him. Like, I don't,
Exactly.
you
You're
know.
always seeing.
how are you hating when you wifed up Kim Kardashian? Like, how are
And
you
got her
hating
pregnant.
on?
You impregnated, like, you
me,
know,
that was like,
the
let me-
industry hoe, and
You
you're
know what I mean?
you know, and you're sitting here hating on Beyonce. It's like,
I mean, you know, who you
and
can
then
hate who
what
you
was
wanna
this
hate.
about him screaming
And then I guess the next day he did a show, and you know the song ended, and he just started screaming, like screaming at the top of his lungs. And people were like, people Kanye West fans, they were like, oh, this is art. And then it was like, and then he threw the microphone down so hard that it bounced and landed in the audience, like just bounced and went.
Wow.
And then he walked off the stage.
so what was his rant about? Or
He
his-
wasn't even saying words. He was just screaming, like like Lifetime movie screams. Like
Kanye, we are concerned for you.
Right.
We think that it's you know, I don't know if you're under the influence or if the pressure
I
or
think
the
it's
stress.
time for Kanye West to take like an eat, pray, love kind of trip. You know?
Yeah,
Maybe he's getting nervous because there's a baby coming on the way or something.
Oh, that's just another money deal that
Well, maybe he's not sure the baby is his, and he may have just found that out.
These are facts.
You know, that's what
These could be,
inspired the
exactly.
rant.
These are facts.
You
But maybe
know.
he's reflecting and he's like, yo, what would my mom say if she was here right now? And maybe that's why he's kind of bugging out. Because I didn't know Donda West. But
Well, I know he was close with his mother, and his mother was like his inspiration, and
I
you
know
know.
that's when he had his sanity.
right. He was
That
wearing-
is true.
He was wearing pants, not kilts and leather
Right.
skirts and stuff.
Well, you know, I would really like to see Kanye, Cat Williams, Eddie Murphy, all go together and do like a VH1 rehabilitation show.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Oh, you,
Like, where is he getting at?
Where are you going with this?
where-
You thought he was gonna
Yeah,
say,
I'd like-
you thought he was going to say Johnny Gill,
Yup.
Sweat.
Keith Sweat. Wow, Tyrese. But yeah, you know, Cisco.
Oh my God.
Well,
Drew Hill reference.
There's a story that I read up on, and actually is with one of the Winans, one of the Michael Winans Jr., the third generation Winan. He just got sentenced to like 14 years in jail for a
What?
for a Ponzi scam. Yeah,
Oh.
in Detroit at
Aren't
church.
Are you serious?
Aren't they
Yeah.
a Christian family?
Yeah, and he was
He was a Christian singer, right?
and he was promoting the this scheme in church.
Oh, he was taking Christian money.
Yeah,
Wow.
look, Kevin, looking.
I'm looking it up right now. I want to see this.
How
This
much
is
money
crazy.
did he end up?
Squander?
$8 million.
Wow.
$8 million. So it's like he, brought it to the church. He's like, okay, you guys can invest in this Saudi Arabia bonds. Come to find out, all the bonds were useless. They were nothing. So he, brought it to the church attention, and then because word of mouth, one person tells another person.
Right.
It was $8.7 million. So he, even though halfway through it, he ended up realizing that the bonds were fake. But he continued to collect the money.
He didn't realize that the bonds were fake.
Allegedly, yeah.
Oh, he knew.
Yeah.
He knew.
So he says that halfway through it, he ended up taking the latter half of the people's money and paying off the first half investors. So he still has the last half investors pissed off at him. So people have
So
broken their
he was
families.
taking this money and he was giving it to the Saudi Arabians, or he was putting it in his bank account.
He was supposedly keeping it.
So why
So
did
he wasn't doing business with the Saudi Arabians. This was all for his personal gain.
Supposedly, because
First of
he was
all-
spending money. He was spending the money on himself as well too. So
Wow.
The people in church didn't
Yeah.
peep his like new crocodile loafers and his Michael Kors tie clips or his like Italian suits. They just thought God was blessing him.
That's yeah.
Well, apparently he was keeping it kind of on the low. He wasn't being flashy, going to church in a Bugatti or anything.
How do you hide
Millions underneath.
$8 million? Like
And keep it
eight
cool.
new millions. Like
And investments, properties overseas.
Offshore account.
Offshore accounts. Yeah.
well, he's going to jail for 14 years.
That's
14
crazy.
years.
14 years. So was he in this on his? There were other people that assisted him with this, right?
Well, they're just talking about
he
him.
didn't act
They're
alone.
talking about him going to jail.
Okay.
So it doesn't get into. I just took the first half of it.
What do you-
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
I wonder what just inspired him to just do this. It seemed like
And you're
things.
taking it to your church.
Right. Like you should do like Amway or Avon at church, and then you go to your job and get them to invest in
bonds and- yeah.
your Saudi Arabian bonds or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you got Michael Winans Jr. One of the young. He
Are
was
they related to the Houstons?
no the Winans, the
No, you're
BB and
thinking of the
CC,
Warwicks.
the CC Winans.
Warwicks.
Warwicks, yeah, they're related to the Houstons. But the Winans, yeah, BBCC, Mario
They're cousins
Winans.
they're cousins
Mario
of
Winans?
Whitney.
Yeah, I Need a Girl Part 2, you know.
Is he?
Girl, what the hell is it?
I did not know.
He's making it up. There's no way. I'm a Wikipedia that later.
No, Mario Winans is part of the Winans.
Yeah.
He was
Mario,
Diddy's main
check that
producer for.
Is he for real, Kevin?
Yeah, no, I'm not making this
No,
up.
we don't believe you.
Mario Winans.
Look, on
He
the
did.
break, check on your phone.
On the
check on your
break,
phone
we're
on the
going to
break.
Google
Oh,
this.
yeah, I'll show you guys right now. You guys know who Mario Winans is, right?
BBCC.
Charlie.
Dwayne,
She
Marvin.
said Dwayne.
Carl,
Jacob.
Jeffrey,
Keisha. No.
Justin, Kiki.
But no, BB is the most like she's BB and TC are like the main like
In the spotlight.
the yeah.
They were up there with Whitney. Yeah.
BBCC makes me think of Casey JoJo.
Yeah.
Speaking of Casey and JoJo, have you guys been seeing Chris Brown lately? Like in the media, he's looking very like Jodeci, like very,
Druggish.
Yes.
She said Jodeci.
He's looking very
that is
JoJo.
bad.
Well, didn't
Really?
they had a reality show and they were looking like that then?
No, but I'm saying Chris Brown.
Brown.
Chris Brown
Like,
is
Chris
starting
Brown.
to
That's
look
why
like
him
that.
and
his
Rihanna
like
both look
cheeks
like
are
that.
like really sunk in, and like his eyes are like shoved back in. Like, and he was at a Diddy had a birthday party apparently last night, or I don't know.
out here at some club.
Right,
I saw.
and Chris Brown came in like a Dodgers jersey, like unbuttoned,
Pants hanging off the booty.
boxers down, like boxers out, and his like jeans were like at his knees, and just shirt open, just
He doesn't care. He's
boobs out.
Yeah,
He doesn't
Chris.
care.
Thank you. I think
got
that's what it
that
is. He just
point.
doesn't
Anymore.
care. He's every
got
time he
that
has a new
point.
tattoo on his face every time I see him,
Yeah.
and he always has a grunt, and he's just like getting
Fight
more and
with
more
everybody.
malicious and.
looking really dirty, like.
But you know what it is? I think he's really embracing just the bad boy image that the media is giving him. I
And
think
same
that's
with
just
Rihanna.
all.
She's doing the
She's
same.
doing the
Yeah,
same
she's
thing.
doing the same exact
Yeah,
thing.
but I mean, come on.
People are
now.
calling him the bit Bobby and Whitney in
No,
about
it's
10
not-
years.
He's on drugs. There's no
Not
way he's
10
not on
years.
drugs.
It's not.
Well,
He's
she's
on drugs.
always
Well,
got
she's
a
on
blunt in her
drugs.
mouth.
Yeah, she's on drugs.
And this, I'm sure they're doing more than that. But anyway, let's go ahead and toss the break, you guys. We'll be back. This is One Mic, One Voice every Wednesday at 7 p.m. We'll be back with the show sting along with Byron Booker.
Call us.
By the way, y'all, check this out. Mario Winans is the son of gospel recording artist Vicky Winans.
Oh, Vicky.
And he's also the stepson of mother's second husband,
there?
Marvin Winans.
There's more
Yeah.
Winans than Waynes? Because
All
that's what
right.
it sounds like.
See y'all when we get back.
Waynes, Jacksons, Winans. Dude, their family runs deep.
Yeah, that's a lot of them.
They run deep, yo.
Black dudes
We
always
back,
say.
you guys. We're back. We're back. This is
Oh,
One
I
Mic,
love
One
black
Voice.
women.
I'm your host, Chantel Nanette.
This is Kevin John, and I just want to say I love all my sisters out there right now.
This is Reese, and I also love black women.
It's Brooke Jean, the poet, and I love everyone.
Oh,
And,
good.
and we also have with us our guest host on the panel with us, Mr. Byron Booker.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Byron.
BB.
Welcome.
Yes, indeed. Glad to be here.
Hi, how's it going?
Very good.
How was your weekend? Did you watch the Oscars?
I did watch the Oscars, and I went to the W in Hollywood to have a nice, quiet evening, and there was a party there.
Oh,
Sure.
nice.
Well, of course.
You thought you would have a quiet evening
Yeah.
at the W,
Right?
Well, you know what? I figured everybody would be at the Hollywood clubs and whatnot,
Okay.
and it had a big shindig over there. And so,
It was at Dre's, right?
actually, it was in the lobby area in the bar outside.
Oh,
Downstairs.
Okay.
Did you mingle with
Okay.
some stars?
I did. I was underdressed,
Oh.
but it just looked like I was some big Hollywood producer because I was like, I can be casual and do this.
Right.
Which is how they do.
They were like, that's Jay-Z's friend. I see with Jay-Z all the time.
Right?
Well, Byron, we wanted to bring you in since you're on the panel with us. We're going to go ahead and start off with our poetry theme for our show theme for the show, and then we're going to cut right back to Byron.
Alrighty.
Okay. Well, for the poetry theme, I wrote something about marriage. I believe it's a beautiful union, with this month being the month of love. The bond of two people merging, heart, body, and mind is the ultimate, most beautiful thing. Removal of all things material, all worldly goals and accomplishments. At the end of a lifetime, that precious soul by your side will flourish through to eternity. Some individuals are blessed early on in life, others midway or right on time. There's no limitation to waiting on your soulmate. When left up to God, the power of his master plan will work out accordingly. You see a woman over there glowing with love, seeping through her pores. That's the definition of appreciating oneself and opening one's heart to all possibilities. Look what the probability brought her, her king, nurturing the time spent. Love increases, romantic speeches, speaking so speechless. No wonder their love needs no volume. It's intense chemistry telling them how to love, how to cherish until death do us parts. I pray your love never parts, for the heavens are in your favor. Newlyweds, each other's presence. I pray for your savor. Forever love.
Okay.
Forever love.
All right.
Forever.
To end the month off of February.
Oh, snap. Sorry, we got to snap with
What's
it.
the subject of the
So,
poem
Brooke,
again?
February.
Forever love.
The month of love. Who are you loving
Who
this
you
month?
crushing on? Who?
Yeah.
Loving you now.
I told you I love everyone.
Yeah, but who's loving
Yeah,
you?
yeah. Specifically.
Who's loving you?
Specifically,
Yeah. What is their name?
Mommy.
All right. Well, we just
Way to
wait-
bell her out, Chantel.
We're gonna wait for your mom to leave.
Right? Right?
What did you guys do for Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day, I was at the BJ Chicago Kid and Janae concert.
Oh.
It was very nice.
Who'd you go with?
My best friend,
Mommy?
actually.
What's his name?
No, my best friend Roxy and some of my other friends,
It's a road
associates.
dog.
Oh, okay. Cool.
What did you do
Yeah.
for Valentine's Day?
That sounds
My,
fun.
The producer that I worked with, he was performing as well. So a lot of the people I knew were there. Went to go support and enjoy. What did you do Valentine's Day?
Dope. That's awesome. That's
Kevin
awesome.
John?
So Byron,
What
really
did
glad to have
you do,
here.
Byron?
What did you do for Valentine's Day, Byron?
I was actually Valentine's-less, but I was in Houston
Nice.
for the All-Star Weekend.
Oh, NBA All-Star. Well, you could have
no,
found
you
a
were
million
fine.
Valentine. Yeah. I was about to say you was in an oasis of women out there.
I had to get
And gold diggers, but yeah.
Exactly. You had to get through all of that to find a Valentine.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Valentine
Ratchet.
per se.
is it just me, Byron, or has NBA All-Star Weekend turned into a modern-day Freaknik?
Oh,
Yes.
my goodness. I think it's replaced Freaknik.
Yeah, and took it up some.
Oh, yeah. And,
Yeah.
and in Houston, coupled with that.
Right? That's whew.
I feel like it doesn't matter where it is. Like,
That is true. I went when it was in Phoenix, and I was like, wow.
It
Yeah.
attracts, it brings it in.
yeah.
Exactly.
Ratchetness
It could be in
from all
like
corners.
North
Ratchet-
Dakota.
Exactly. Ratchets
All from the
plan-
country comes
Ratchets
into
plan
one
their
center.
getaways
Like a
around All-Star
magnet.
Weekend. Exactly.
Yeah. It was a sight to see.
Right?
Yeah.
Must have looked like a hip hop
You
video.
know what? there was no Cupid this Valentine for me. But it was cool. I didn't feel bad about it or anything like that. But
You was doing you and enjoying yourself.
there you go.
So, did you go to any of the festivities, like the dunk contests or any of that stuff, or you were just there for the extracurricular?
No. Actually, I came in on Friday night, and it was I was there to kind of support. I'm working with Diddy on some stuff, and he was down there doing some festivities.
Because that's what Diddy does All-Star Weekend.
Exactly. He actually threw a party every night.
Right?
I don't know how he does it.
Yeah.
It's a job. I'm like, brother.
Now, does Diddy like drink every night, or he kind of just throws and oversees these parties?
From what I heard, I didn't kick it with him every night.
Okay.
I only waited till Saturday because Sunday night. The other nights I did a Shaq party and another party. But I actually got a lot of business done. That was we had some day meetings.
Oh, cool.
And we also did the jam session. I don't know if...
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So that was a big production.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a massive production. I was really impressed with that. And they had some live concerts and stuff like that. So,
dope.
I was in there Instagramming up. Just
right?
Everybody.
Look at me with all my friends.
Just so you guys know, Byron Booker is the chairman of RAG, which is the Recording Artists Guild. And actually, I met Byron in 2010 at the Interscope Christmas party at R&B Live. A friend of mine's, Philippe. And I think it was about a year prior to that is when you started the RAG.
Yep.
And tell the listeners and viewers a little bit about RAG. It's interesting, you guys.
Well, I spent most of my life in the entertainment industry. Started off as an artist, then got involved in management on a label, publishing company, and got a chance to see a lot of different aspects of the recording industry. And when I came to Hollywood, I got a chance to do some films and stuff and learned about Screen Actors Guild, Writers Guild, Producers Guild, Directors Guild, on and on and on. And I always wondered why there wasn't such an association for recording artists. Because, in SAG, for instance, you aspire to get in, you first you're like not in SAG, you want to become eligible.
Right.
And then you want to finally get in SAG so you can get insurance and benefits and other things like that. And there's nothing like that for music where you even aspire to even have that, right? So
there's no unions for that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I've been fortunate enough to be a part of major recording deals and publishing deals and stuff like that. Conversation never happens. So what you find is a lot of recording artists that are even successful, they never have like a retirement set up or insurance or benefits or even have the education to even know what it is to want to get into it.
Right.
So that was one of the motivations for it. Plus, I just saw my industry changing a lot, and I was really curious to find out where the model would set in, right, as people were stealing music, and where's the money at for the recording artists, right? So we kind of were discovering, okay, where's the new technologies? What are people spending money on if they're not, for the last 10 years, the youth is used to getting music for free.
Mm-hmm.
So what are they paying for? They're paying for shows. They're paying for merchandise. Mm-hmm. And, of course, you can always make money on licensing, because you got to pay to put Rihanna's song in a commercial or a movie and that kind of stuff. So that's where we identified with the three primary places where recording artists can make money. And we assembled a network of people that could bring those opportunities to the members. So we've been focused the last 3-4 years on just really bringing a lot of those type of opportunities and also introducing them to the benefits. So it's a very popular thing amongst those that are in the twilight years of their career because they're like, look, I need some insurance. I got kids.
Right.
I learned to learn about retirement or investing and that type of thing. So that was the motivation, and we've been building in really a relatively short period of time. We've been able to do a lot.
Nice.
So what would you say the most rewarding thing that has came out of that movement has been?
Well, I think just being focused on really discovering, okay, where's the new model? Is it even possible to be a part of setting new norms for the next 25, 50, 100 years in music and really bringing recording artists together. Have you ever wondered why the actors have gone on strike and the producers and this and that, but never the recording artists, right? Because they've never assembled like that. How powerful would that be?
Right.
If that happened in music, you know, what could we do to affect change? So I think being able to tap into technology and a lot of things that just get people excited to come together is kind of the rewarding part. You know, we still got a long way to go, but having the technology, having the sponsors and the backers to be able to get people excited to come together is something that I'm excited to see kind of formulate before my eyes.
Yeah, very nice.
No, that's dope. And where are you from, Byron?
I'm originally from Dallas, Texas.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
No one hears.
Yes,
No one hears from
represent.
Texas.
Represent Texas.
No love in this room. I'm sorry.
Mavericks, Cowboys,
All of the above.
Rangers, any?
It is a law. As you
a law.
might have heard, Texas is its own country.
Is everything bigger in Texas?
Well, let me just tell you,
That means no.
the rumors are very true.
Pertaining to
Heart, soul, spirit,
The plates,
all those.
the
old
cows.
the
Yeah.
cows, the hats.
Yeah.
things. Here you go.
Chicken wings.
Trucks. all of
Longhorns. Yeah.
that. Uh-huh.
Cool. So yeah, I know you said you started off as an artist and then you got into management and obviously starting this guild. Out of all of those jobs or endeavors that you've had in the music business, which one would you say is you enjoyed the most?
Well, I mean, I think I'm an artist at heart. Honestly, everything that even in business, I approach everything as an artist. That's how I feel. I mean, and learning myself, I've always had a passion for business. But I've seen people that are just pure business-minded people, or managers, or executives, and I see that I'm more like the artist.
Yeah.
I can identify more with the artist, and I've learned to master my art to function well in business. You see what I mean? Or surround myself with people that are really good executors and delegators and things like that. But everything comes from a creative place for me.
Yeah.
I look at it as art and identify with that. I really appreciate people like Tyler Perry, who in his industry pretty much kind of created his own stage. He
Literally, he bought his own stage,
No.
his own studio. Matter of fact.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, that was kind of my instinct. I'd rather create my own stage and a stage for others as well. So for me, I get to still make music with my peers. I still get to make music for records coming out and records that are going to be in movies and commercials. I still get to work in my craft.
Right.
But as I'm finding opportunities for others, I find opportunities for myself.
Very nice.
That's dope.
I know you said you started off as an artist. What was your art? Were you a rapper, singer?
I was a singer. I still am a singer.
Oh, we need to hear a tune.
See, I know that.
I mean, he looks like a singer. I mean, I could see him doing hip hop or rap or
No.
I mean, I know you're black, but
Really? Oh my goodness.
Were you a crooner?
I could see some Most Def, maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
No, maybe.
to me, writers can really dope. Writers can really rap too.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it's the same. It's pretty much the same gift. The best rappers understand song structure, and they understand melody, and they understand
Composing.
they understand a lot of the things that make great songwriters. Great songwriters, So I think it translates. Great songwriters, you'll meet some dope singers that can really flow.
I rap.
Well, I've heard R. Kelly flow before. He's pretty.
Is he good?
Man, he was spitting he was battling. I think Jay-Z or this was 10 years ago, but he was spitting.
Oh,
Really?
The best
And,
of both
and he's
worlds
like the
quote?
R&B crooner.
Yeah.
No, I know they did the best of both worlds, but this was just something. It was like a mixtape or something he was doing, and he was actually rhyming on there. I was like, dang,
Yeah,
but
R. Kelly sound like Biggie on
R.
here.
Kelly is an amazing songwriter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
That's
Yeah,
And it's-
which is goes back to what you're saying.
And it's very, very common to find singers to be very dope rappers, freestylers.
Yeah,
Last night we were out at the Supper Club with Diddy and actually
Chris Johnson was there
just
too.
talking
I
about
think.
that.
Chris,
Yeah, we were.
Chris Brown got on the mic and
How was he dressed?
Chris Brown.
Oh, right.
How was he dressed?
Right.
We were just
talking about
him
his
last
new embracement of this thug
Jodeci
mentality.
He was kind of in that vein. He was kind of in that vein, yeah. But he spent quite a bit of time on the mic freestyling.
Oh, okay.
He put a mixtape out.
Yeah. He's
Well,
dope.
he
He's
free
dope.
on Look at Me Now. He was rapping on there as well.
Yeah,
You know.
rappers. Mhm.
That's true. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I classify myself as a singer. You know,
But you can rap.
I can rap. You know, if we did a beatbox session right now,
Thanks for asking.
I'm glad you mentioned.
We got to come with a better session.
Wow.
No, that's so. Out of all the people that you've worked with, who's one artist that you would die to work with? One artist you would love to collaborate with and make some magic happen.
Those in the past or who I haven't worked with?
I'm about to say dead or alive.
Oh, dead or alive. I mean, I think my top 5 is probably everybody's top 5. From Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I would have loved to work with Donny Hathaway.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Chantel
to
felt
me-
that one.
Yeah.
I mean, to me,
That's later.
Donnie has something
Right.
in his voice that was beyond talent. It was like, not to get spiritual, but like anointing, but like on steroids to me. Like crazy, crazy, crazy. And I would say that of a few people, but only a few. Like on the opposite side of the spectrum, like Steve Perry from Journey. I don't know if y'all ever listened to
Yeah.
I listen to Journey.
Yeah.
like his voice is like not human to me. It's like it's either some tricks they did in the 70s.
It was that pre-auto tune that they use in there.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. If it's like, but yeah, Donnie definitely. Just to be in that room and like to see and hear the sound coming out of his mouth, to know that would have been special.
Yeah, no, Donnie, he's the truth. Now, speaking of Donnie, you hear a lot of people nowadays say that R&B is dead compared to what it was 10, 20 years ago. Right. You have people like Miguel, and I guess you could say Trey Songz that are trying to, revitalize it. But what is your take on R&B now, and do you feel that it is a fading industry?
I feel like, these trends can be cyclical, right? So it will have its chance again to kind of probably be in the forefront. You're never going to get rid of R&B.
Right.
It's never going to go away.
Right.
I mean, today R&B is Adele for a lot of people,
Yeah.
Well, she can sing.
You know what I mean? Because it's soulful.
Right.
It's
the closest
like
to it
it's the
right
closest
about
to that feeling.
Well, it's not. She's not very pop.
Right.
She's not very.
It's definitely it definitely can be considered R&B, or soul.
Right.
But I think what I would love to see, and I think there's a space for it, is like a lot of the grown folks singing popular R&B records that are acceptable to be pop.
Yeah.
You see, like even some of the top people in hip hop right now are over 40.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's become to where even the youth tell me, like, I'm not in my 40s yet, but they'll come to me and be like, how do I compete? All the dope rappers are in their 40s. I'm like, really? You worried about competing?
Right?
Yeah.
Because they're seeing that the 2 Chainz and the Jay-Z's and, some of these other, and even the Diddy's that are still, relevant in their 40s, or some of them close to 50.
The Commons.
Yeah.
How old is Common?
I don't know, but he still look
He's
good.
close to 40.
Yeah.
Is he? He looks good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
he
sure,
looks good,
no
yeah.
crap.
We should maybe get him in the studio.
But yeah.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah, actually, not to go off subject, but not to go off subject.
Your face is not
Right?
Your face is not bearded enough.
Byron's like, I can arrange that. No, not to get off subject, but Common was at my church Sunday, matter of fact, and he walked right in, sat down, real cool guy. So if you come to my church, I'm not going to say it on air like I'm plugging it, but I'll tell you afterwards.
Plug
And
church.
She
plugged her
I thought he
hubcap.
went to a mosque.
what was that?
I thought he went to a mosque.
Well, the funny thing is, I've never seen him at the church before. I don't know if he was visiting or, I don't think he's a member at the church, but he was just there on Sunday.
Oh, okay, cool.
So,
I mean, come on.
Is he Muslim?
That's what I
I thought
heard.
he was Muslim, yeah. He's Muslim.
You know what? We welcome.
You busting his bubble.
Well, see, the thing, that our church, we open our doors to everyone.
Exactly.
You know,
As you should.
we have Scientologists that come in there.
Yeah.
We, you know,
Better preach that.
we have Buddhists that come in there.
Right,
We,
right.
Colleges come in there too.
you know, our church is an open door.
Tom Cruise
Oh,
will be
yeah.
there.
Cruise through there.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise
Tom
was
Cruise,
there last
through
summer.
there.
Okay,
Travolta has been through there. Yeah.
He gave a sermon.
Marilyn Manson
He
came
gave,
through
he gave
there.
a testimony.
He started jumping up and down a few.
I'm so excited.
Tom Cruise caught the ghost.
Right.
Yeah, he was jumping on couches and chairs and stuff in there. Yeah, reliving
Very
his.
I do need to start going to church again.
We don't judge, you know, but it wouldn't
You know
hurt.
what? In LA, I'm seeing like a lot of like Spanish churches, a lot of Catholic places,
The
and, like,
Iglesia.
and then like
Everything is
Ethiopian
branching
places.
out,
Like I haven't
branching out.
seen like just a regular Christian church.
The Pope resigned.
That's a sign.
Apparently, he gave
Yeah.
up.
Well, I heard he had health issues, but I don't
But
know.
he still
what-
resigned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard there may be a new black pope that African.
word?
Well, they're
Yeah,
gonna
the African-
they're gonna extend it to the United States now. Before you had
Nah,
to
our
be
popes are
yeah
gross.
yeah. They think They're just
The Vatican is
I said
getting a
our
little.
popes are gross. Do we have popes? I don't know what popes do.
They're the leader of the
So
Catholic.
now that he's not the pope anymore,
there's somebody
I
acting.
saw an article about like what now does he wear? Like what?
He has some
outfit?
red Prada shoes on.
That's funny.
What outfit is he supposed to now wear?
That's funny.
Well, that's true because most popes die while they're, you know, that's how they leave the office. I don't think we've ever had a pope, at least in the last 1,000 years or so, that has voluntarily, you know, stepped down.
Well, he
What is
said he's
gonna wear,
fallen-
like a white sweatsuit.
That's funny.
Well, actually, he has his white thing on, but he has they keep talking about his red Prada shoes.
Red Pradas.
Red
Did I say the
Pradas.
devil wrote Prada? Oh.
The devil.
I didn't. That was.
Yeah, that was perfect. He set that up for you.
Man.
He set it up for you. I'm gonna, we need a high five. They said the devil wears Prada.
Yeah.
And now the Pope's got him.
And he's resigned.
That would be funny to see him like
so-
with some capris on the beach. And a tank top.
And some Bermuda shorts cuffed. And some, what are those shoes called? Toms?
Oh yeah.
Nice and comfortable.
I would just like to see him with a white tee and a do-rag on and call it a day.
No. Don't they wear those
Oh, the Ku Klux
thing.
Klan looking
Those
things.
KKK
Yeah,
things.
they
And in his head, in his head, it has Nova Scosum, whatever that word is, and that's supposed to be.
What is that?
On the back of the dollar bill?
chocolate, or-
You talking-
Yeah, it's the same thing is embedded in his hat, so that's supposed to be the sign of the devil or something like that. I don't want, but we're saying it's the sign of the times. I mean, what about this meteor passing through, and what's
that
really
went
going, you
through
guys?
Russia?
What do you think
the
about that,
asteroid?
Byron?
I think it's very interesting. I
Talk about the Jones?
I personally felt like
A meteor, asteroid.
Oh, the asteroid.
felt like when 2012 came
in Russia.
around, and then the whole date of December
12, 12,
20,
12,
yeah.
or 12, 21,
Oh,
12.
12, 21,
21,
12, I think it was.
One of them.
You know,
The Mayans.
I wouldn't have been surprised if something happened and nothing really happened.
Yeah.
Oh, you were one of those people that was in church that day.
No, I was not. I was not in church that day because
If you had 24 hours to
yeah,
live.
if I got to be at church on that day, it might be a little too late. You know, but like, no, you don't just get to show up on the last day and
Right?
get passed.
Just wait till Judgment
I don't think
Day.
there's an expiration date
It's all
on.
good. I
Where
know
have
what
you been?
time he coming back.
There's
Right,
no
you know.
expiration date on Jesus. You get them when you get them. Because people get them on their deathbed, right?
That's true.
Or so they think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anytime you think it's gonna be a certain day, it's not gonna be.
It's
that.
not gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Bible is very clear. It says that no one would know the time, day, nor place, any of that stuff. I
But
mean,
they would know the season.
That's true.
Well, then again, but there's
Sign
still
of the
some
times.
ambiguity to that.
Yeah,
but
right.
you know,
They don't even know what season Jesus was born.
March apparently.
Well, yeah,
it
we-
wasn't winter.
It was
yeah, it wasn't December 25th. Yeah, you're right. It's not his technical
It's always
birth
speculation.
date. Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and cut the break, you guys. We're going to
Yeah,
go
'cause
ahead
we
and cut
getting
the break
deep.
for a few minutes. And this is One Mic, One Voice every Wednesday at 7 p.m. at Roscoe's Media Center. We'll be right back.
coming back.
We're back. We're back. One mic, one
Yes,
voice. I'm your host, Chantel Nanette.
Her host, KevinJohn.org.
Hey, it's Reezy.
I'm your poet, Brooke Jean.
All right.
And I'm your guest, Mr. Byron Booker.
Mr. Booker.
Byron Booker.
BB.
That's what they call.
Chairman of
Booker.
RAG.
Chairman of RAG,
Yes.
Recording Artists Guild. So, Byron, you have an event that you have coming out at Southwest. What is it?
South by Southwest is a big music festival
Humongous.
happening in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Who's
Every year
performing
about
down
this
there
time.
this year?
Oh, everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody. As much
Everybody.
As you to say everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know the current list. Last year it was everybody.
It was like the Grammys.
It's pretty much, it was Dr. Dre, Eminem,
The
50
hip-hop
Cent.
Grammy.
Was there a
Kanye.
Tupac hologram there?
Wasn't Kendrick out there last year, too?
You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Now
Was
it's the
not
whole
there.
Black Hippie, Trinidad
Yeah.
James.
And
I've
then,
already
like,
seen
you
the
know,
list now.
on the other side, like Mumford & Sons and like
Okay. Fun.
Fun.
Yo,
Groups
those
like
fun
that.
guys look really old and really young at the same time, right?
You said they look old and young at the same time?
Yeah.
See more on
Well, they're very youthful.
Very Benjamin
They're very
Button.
youthful.
Yeah, but
So-
his face.
So, Byron, you have a clip that you can show us, the listeners and viewers on the.
Yes, I want to share a quick video that talks about a recent partnership that the Guild made with a company called Sensei, which is a technology company. It's a really, really cool technology. They're working with us to introduce it to the music community, but I'll let the video speak for itself because it's like edited really, really nicely, and I think it'll come over clearly. So if you want to just go ahead and play it, it's on the Recording Artist Guild
So
site.
recording artists want to do one thing. That's do what they love to do and get paid to do it, and paid well, preferably. One of the things that I'm excited to announce today is that Recording Artists Guild has just partnered up with Sensei. Now, let me tell you a little bit about them. They've created an unbelievable technology called a Sensei Smart Store. What that is a video player that allows each and every member to be able to embed their video on YouTube or whatever video they have promoting their band. And inside that video, while it's playing, they'll be able to sell their CD, merchandise, or promote a show or anything else they might want to sell. What's really cool about that is if you don't have merchandise, which we know is a major revenue stream for recording artists today, they will actually create your merchandise on demand. So while your video is going viral on Facebook or Twitter or wherever you want to put your video, as you get more and more fans, you'll be able to sell that merchandise. They'll be able to click on there. We'll already have your logo or whatever design that you have ready to go to ship out directly to your fans, which is great. So we're very excited about this product. It's very exciting. It'll bring a lot of revenue to our members, and I think it's really going to impact music as we know it. So here's the deal. If your video goes viral, your store goes viral. They share that video, they share your store. They share your store, that's more money for you because more eyeballs is going to be more merchandise, more downloads, more CD sales, and more revenue. That's what we're here for. All right, so this is what you get. Number one, Rag and Sensei is going to set you up with merchandise on demand, and let me tell you what that is. Basically, you send over your custom logo or design. We're going to set you up with t-shirts, caps. We're going to set you up with coffee mugs. There's an iPhone case, a variety of products that you can choose from that we will set you up to be able to ship that to all of your fans free of charge. Number two, we're going to provide you with a Sensei Smart Store that we'll be able to embed your video of a performance or your directed and edited video, and that's going to be able to go viral on your Facebook, your Twitter, or whatever you may be able to put it to sell directly to your fans, which is great. That's all for free. Number three, we'll set you up your very own channel on mysensei.com. So all the traffic that's coming to the site will be able to promote you, promote your Sensei Smart Store and your merchandise and all the products you want to sell to your fans virally. It's a beautiful thing. We're very excited to announce this for all the members. Enjoy it and take advantage today.
Nice.
Shirts.
Dope.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna get some gear made for my
Yeah.
fans.
Right? You know?
Everything is viral right now.
Everything is viral, so I can click that and it'll play right on my Facebook wall like any regular YouTube video, and I can purchase right then and there.
That's
Sorry
cool.
about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can purchase like my Rihanna T-shirt or my Lil Jon
Yeah,
T-shirt
without
or
having
whatever.
to worry about where can I get this from? Where is this at?
Exactly, and we're encouraging these people that's giving away their album for free, go ahead, do that, but ask somebody to buy a coffee mug or something.
Exactly.
A
Right.
cap.
Right.
You know, that way they feel like, you know, well, I can get music for free, but I can't get this T-shirt for free, so let me just buy
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, you know, when he comes to town, I go see the show, and that's the way you can show your support.
Right.
So the average artist wouldn't be able to set up this infrastructure, buy these products, or even be able to sell them. So it's like, it's great because we have the warehouse, we got all the inventory, so we do it on demand. So we make it right when they order it.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have any inventory, so diminishes our loss. So we know once it's paid. For instance, the T-shirt's $21. If they click and buy, the artist gets $8.22. We keep 12. So we basically split the profit after cost.
Okay. Cool.
But now, as far as the designs and logos and all that stuff, they come up with that, or do you guys?
Currently, we're doing it for our members. To be honest with you, we're doing it. All of this is pretty much an investment in our members, and it's also us introducing a new model, right? So right now, what's happening? You got all these artists getting discovered on YouTube, right?
Right.
And they'll get millions of hits, and hopefully the record label will call them and be like, wow, you have a fan base. Let's give you a record deal. What's been happening in the last few years, some of these people have millions of hits and they're not getting that call. But what do they have? They have a fan base. So they're trying to say, well, maybe the model is getting click revenue from YouTube because people are looking at my video. But those checks really aren't that big. They're very, very small. And most of the time, they never come. So so we said, let the video itself be your store.
Right.
It's a different model. So right now, for instance, they're in a lot of other industries. They work with a lot of other retailers like Nordstrom's or Neiman Marcus, Wet Seal, Starbucks, and they're at a 7.9 retention rate. That means out of 100 people, almost 8 people are buying something, which is phenomenal numbers.
Right.
We're basing our numbers on 0.5%. So I say a recording artist, you get 1 million views and 0.5% of those people buy something, you can almost make $1 million if you sell enough to.
Yeah,
And now when they click and they order, now you have their email. You can email them, yo, I got a new single.
Right.
This type of thing. So it's a whole nother model.
That's cool.
So I gave an example to a record exec because we're partnering with the labels. We're not trying to disrupt the industry too much. We want to let them be a part of this whole new thing that we're introducing. And I gave him an example of what if Rihanna had in her video, I think she got 25 or 30 million for Diamonds in the Sky, which I love that record. And a lot of females I know love that record. If she would have had a diamond bracelet available,
Wow. Yeah.
click right here.
Yeah.
We can put those kind of
would've-
deals together. By the way, you get the album. The diamond bracelet is $139.95. Order it now. She'd have made millions.
Yeah. That's
This
true.
one right there.
That's true.
These are the kind of campaigns we will do. And this is the conversations we're having right now with the Diddy's and whatnot.
Nice.
So
Cool.
we're talking about something that's huge. It's going to be, it's going down. So it's happening.
Yeah.
So when we have the next Bieber that already has millions of fans, before he gets a deal, he will also already have hundreds of thousands of dollars that he controls and owns. Now you got options.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and it sounds like this is a better way for an artist to monetize those, that publicity, that fan base and stuff, versus just, making it the usual way.
Yeah.
This is another avenue where. Now, I was gonna say, I know that you said strictly musically, this is for, but you have a lot of, should I say, actors and even athletes now that are crossing over and doing the same kind of thing. Would this be something that would still work in their fields? Or?
Absolutely. I mean, for instance, we this is kind of a funny story, but late last year, Jamie Foxx was on Saturday Night Live promoting his movie Django. And he told a joke called "How Black Is That?" Right? It was controversial. But
of course.
How black is that?
he, a friend, I know Jamie, but a close friend of mine, it's a close friend of his, said he wanted that T-shirt. I was like, well, I got a warehouse, I could do that easily. So we got a "How Black Is That" shirt, and we shipped it to him. He was like, man, I would love to do like funny T-shirts and make a little video and people can order it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's something that, I mean, he can sing too, so he can have music videos, he can have comedy, he can have it all. But artists are artists, so, and a lot of athletes can come up with video to merchandise product, whether it's shoes or whatever. So,
Oh, of course, yeah.
it's wide open. We don't have any restrictions. And as far as the guild goes, we consider anybody a part of the recording process of recording artists. Like us, this is recording, this is an art form.
Yeah.
Could be spoken word, could be poetry, could be comedy. That's how we define it.
I see.
Well, we're actually cutting a little short here. We're going to have to wrap this up a little. Can you give the listeners and viewers your contact information, Byron, where they can get in contact with you?
Absolutely. They can go to recordingartistguild.com, or for short, ragorg.com. That's RAGORG.com, and find out more information. Also, we do have a big live event with Diddy hosting. We have Claudia Jordan hosting. We have Skylar Gray performing. Bunch of really cool artists. And they can also check out more information on that event at r2rlive.com. And the 2 is the number 2. That's r2rlive.com. And if they want to reach out to me directly, they can email me at Byron at rag-usa.org. That's Byron at rag-usa.org.
All right. Well, you know, Claudia is a co-host with Poetess.
Oh, cool.
She has a show, yeah.
Small world.
Yeah, they have a show.
We all-
Reach Around Radio.
Yeah, she's going to be one of the hosts for our event.
Cool.
That's March 16th at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas.
Check
it out.
All right.
Register for free. Check it out. It's a live stream event. It's the first, what we call, e-concert, which is going to be a concert you can see streamed, but you'll be able to buy merchandise.
Oh, how cool is that?
How cool is that?
Yeah.
I like to see that.
How black is that?
How black is that?
Right?
Why don't you run down some of the, can I read off? I have here some of the things with your benefit package for RAG.
Yeah.
Actually, this is your executive membership.
Okay.
So, okay.
Executive.
You get a basic medical benefits package, $2,000 accidental death and dismemberment benefit, access to legal contracts, RAG newsletter featuring special updates and licensing and performance opportunities, access to industry contracts and valuable resources in their Black office, exclusive RAG and industry events, access to their opportunities including song placements, touring, endorsements, and more, digital distribution with iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, and other popular sites, valuable discounts on professional services, discounted legal services and representation, personalized merchandise with the Video Smart Store from Sensei, and eligibility to enter and vote for the RAG Awards. When are the RAG Awards?
Well, our first one is going to be next year.
Cool.
Nice.
It'll
All
be
right.
similar to what we're doing now, except we're going to be introducing a new app, and the app people will be able to vote. So it'll be kind of like the Grammys is, but all the members will be able to vote on who they think should win the day.
All right.
Oh,
That's what I'm
very
talking
nice.
about. Yeah.
RAG has
That's
going
dope,
on.
yo.
Yeah, and we'll
Lot
do
of
it all through the
innovation.
app. Yeah.
RAG is ahead of the curve.
Right? A lot of innovations.
Everything's, innovative.
Exactly. I mean, they're revolutionizing the
That's
game.
right.
You know?
That's right.
That's what's
Okay,
up.
guys.
R2R stands for Rags to Riches.
Rags to riches.
So it's Rags to Riches Live, right? So that's going to be an event that we brand. And so Rags to Riches is just saying how the guild is really bringing profits to average recording artists or your up and coming to your major.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Thank you so much, Brian, for coming through.
Absolutely.
Yeah, big
My
ups,
pleasure.
B. Big ups.
We're going to
man.
conclude the show. This is One Mic, One Voice. We encourage poets, singers, comedians, and musicians to sign up for our show at One Mic, One Voice Radio at gmail.com. We also are on Facebook at One Mic, One Voice and Twitter at One Mic, One _One Voice. We out, yo.
Peace.